In the forgotten town of Grimshire, there existed a cursed painting, a grotesque depiction of a hooded figure shrouded in darkness. The painting was said to possess an otherworldly power, whispered to bring misfortune upon those who dared gaze upon its twisted visage. A skeptical art collector, Mr. Harrison, stumbled upon the painting at an estate sale. Ignoring the warnings of the locals, he acquired it, dismissing their superstitions as mere folklore. Little did he know that the painting held a malevolent secret. Upon its arrival in Mr. Harrison's mansion, strange occurrences plagued the household. Shadows danced erratically, and a chilling cold permeated the air, chilling the occupants to their core. Mr. Harrison's daughter, Emily, was the first to succumb to the painting's eerie influence. She claimed to hear whispers emanating from the artwork, beckoning her in hushed tones that echoed through the halls. As nights passed, Emily's behavior grew increasingly erratic. She spoke of a haunting presence lingering in the painting, a spectral figure that visited her dreams, promising unspeakable horrors. Desperate to uncover the truth, Mr. Harrison consulted experts in paranormal phenomena. They conducted seances and rituals, hoping to banish the malevolent entity trapped within the painting. But their efforts only fueled its wrath. One fateful night, the painting unleashed its full terror. The mansion shook violently, and an unearthly fog seeped from the artwork, coalescing into a ghastly form, a hooded figure with eyes that pierced the soul. Emily, driven mad by the entity's influence, stood at the center of the chaos, her voice a haunting chorus as she chanted an incantation that echoed the painting's whispers. The mansion became a twisted labyrinth, its walls morphing and shifting, trapping Mr. Harrison in a nightmarish maze. The air resonated with anguished cries, and ghostly apparitions tormented him at every turn. As the night wore on, Mr. Harrison reached the painting, its malevolent aura pulsating with an insidious power. The hooded figure materialized, its skeletal hand stretching forth, threatening to drag him into its cursed realm. In a desperate act of defiance, Mr. Harrison tore the painting from the wall and hurled it into the roaring fireplace. The flames consumed the cursed artwork, its screams merging with the crackling of the inferno. But as the flames died down, a bone-chilling silence enveloped the mansion. The hooded figure's laughter echoed one final time before dissipating into the ashes. The ordeal left Mr. Harrison a shattered man, haunted by the memory of the painting's terror. He vowed never to forget the cursed masterpiece that brought his family to the brink of damnation. In the remote village of Duskwood, where ancient trees loomed like spectral sentinels, there stood an old, abandoned asylum, its crumbling facade a testament to the horrors that unfolded within its walls. The asylum, known as the Hallowed Halls, whispered of a darkness that refused to be forgotten. A group of friends, Emma, Jake, and Sarah, dared each other to spend a night within the accursed asylum, lured by the thrill of exploring its haunted corridors. They ventured into the forsaken halls as the moon hung ominously in the sky. The air inside the asylum was thick with the stench of decay, and shadows danced malevolently in the dim light. Creaking floorboards echoed with each hesitant step, and a pervasive silence loomed, broken only by the trio's hushed whispers. As the night deepened, the atmosphere grew increasingly oppressive. Emma discovered an old journal hidden beneath decaying floorboards, a chronicle of the asylum's darkest days. It detailed sinister experiments conducted by Dr. Hawthorne, an unhinged physician obsessed with unlocking the secrets of the human mind. Strange occurrences plagued the trio, apparitions darting in and out of sight, ethereal whispers that taunted their very sanity, and inexplicable drafts that carried the chill of the grave. Sarah's nerves frayed first. She claimed to see spectral figures lurking in the shadows, their hollow eyes fixated on her. Her panicked cries echoed through the corridors, but Jake and Emma saw nothing, dismissing her fear as paranoia. As the night wore on, Jake and Emma felt an unshakable sense of dread tighten its grip. Whispers slithered through the halls, growing louder and more sinister, as if the asylum itself hungered for their souls. The trio attempted to leave, but the asylum seemed to thwart their every exit, its layout twisting and contorting like a malevolent force taunting their desperation. Sarah's terror escalated to hysteria. She babbled of unseen hands clutching at her, dragging her deeper into the asylum's heart. Her screams pierced the air, reverberating through the desolate corridors. In a desperate bid for escape, Jake and Emma stumbled upon a forbidden chamber, a chamber filled with ancient symbols and an ominous altar. But their sanctuary turned into a trap, as the walls closed in around them, sealing their fate within the asylum's cursed embrace. As Sarah's agonized cries faded into an eerie silence, the asylum exhaled a mournful sigh, the spirits of the tormented souls forever claiming their latest victims. In the remote town of Raven's Hollow, shrouded in perpetual mist, there existed an ancient cemetery, a place where forgotten souls lay in eternal rest. Amongst the weathered gravestones stood a crypt adorned with ominous symbols, the resting place of the town's enigmatic founder, Elias Blackwood. A group of thrill-seeking friends, Mia, Alex, and Jordan, dared each other to spend a night within the confines of Blackwood's crypt, enticed by the thrill of the supernatural. Ignoring the warnings of the locals, they ventured into the desolate cemetery as the moon cast an eerie glow over the gravestones. The air inside the crypt was thick with an unnatural chill, and the shadows seemed to writhe, as if alive. Cobwebs adorned the corners, and the ancient stone walls bore cryptic inscriptions that spoke of a malevolent force lurking within. As the night wore on, the atmosphere grew increasingly oppressive. Mia stumbled upon an ancient tome hidden in a forgotten alcove, a diary chronicling Elias Blackwood's descent into madness and his pact with a spectral entity, trading souls for power. Strange occurrences plagued the trio, ominous whispers that echoed through the crypt, ethereal figures that flickered at the edge of their vision, and a pervasive sense of being watched by unseen eyes. Jordan, the most skeptical of the group, scoffed at the superstitious nature of the crypt. But his bravado waned as the walls seemed to close in, the air growing thick with a palpable malevolence that clung to their very souls. Mia and Alex, desperate to leave, found their path obstructed by an unseen force, an invisible barrier that sealed the entrance, trapping them within the cursed crypt. As the night deepened, the spectral entity that Blackwood had bargained with manifested, a shadowy figure with piercing, glowing eyes. Its haunting wails reverberated through the crypt, freezing the blood in their veins. Jordan, gripped by terror, attempted a ritual from Blackwood's diary in a desperate bid to banish the entity. But the ritual only unleashed a torrent of otherworldly fury, the crypt shaking violently as the entity's wrath engulfed them. Mia and Alex huddled in terror as the walls bled darkness, the entity's anguished cries merging with the screams of their friend. In a blinding flash, the crypt fell into a chilling silence, the entity sated, but the fate of the trio forever entwined with the malevolent force. In the heart of the forgotten town of Raven's Crest, nestled amidst a forest dense with secrets, there stood an ancient, decaying mansion, the Blackmore Estate. Whispered tales spoke of its cursed legacy, a dwelling that bore witness to unspeakable horrors. A trio of adventurers, Olivia, Marcus, and Ava, braved the legends and ventured into the forsaken mansion, seeking thrills amidst the macabre. Their footsteps echoed through the dilapidated halls as the moon cast an eerie pall over the estate. The mansion exuded a suffocating aura, the air thick with an acrid scent of decay. Shadows danced malevolently, and the silence seemed to weigh heavy on their souls. Olivia stumbled upon an old journal, its pages yellowed with age, chronicling the tragic tale of the Blackmore family. They had dabbled in dark arts, their obsession leading to their gruesome demise, cursing the mansion and all who dared to trespass. As night descended, the estate's malevolent presence stirred. Unseen whispers slithered through the corridors, chilling the trio to their core. The atmosphere grew increasingly oppressive, a harbinger of impending doom. Marcus scoffed at the superstitions, dismissing the eerie occurrences as mere tricks of the mind. But as the night wore on, his bravado waned, and a primal fear clawed at the edges of his sanity. Ava, delving deeper into the mansion's secrets, uncovered a hidden chamber, a shrine adorned with sinister relics and cursed symbols. Before she could retreat, the room's oppressive aura seized her, and the relics seemed to pulse with a dark energy. The mansion's malevolence reached a crescendo. Doors slammed shut, trapping them within its cursed confines. Unearthly howls echoed through the halls, and the estate warped, twisting reality itself. As the trio attempted to escape, they found themselves ensnared in a nightmarish loop, the mansion's layout morphing to thwart their every exit. Shadows converged, coalescing into grotesque forms that lurched forward with sinister intent. Ava, consumed by the dark energy, became a vessel for the mansion's cursed essence. Her eyes glazed over, emitting an otherworldly glow as she chanted ancient incantations, sealing their fate within the estate's malevolent grip. In a final act of desperation, Olivia and Marcus attempted a ritual to break the curse. But the mansion's wrath surged, the ritual's power amplifying the haunting horrors. As dawn's light crept through the shattered windows, Olivia and Marcus emerged from the estate, their haunted gazes etched with the horrors they'd witnessed. Ava was lost to the cursed mansion, forever bound to its torment. In the desolate town of Everglen, where the forests whispered ancient secrets, stood an abandoned orphanage, the Grimhaven home for the lost. Its dilapidated structure concealed a darkness that festered within its walls, a darkness hungry for souls. A group of friends, Emma, Ryan, and Lily, ventured into the forsaken orphanage on a dare, drawn by the thrill of the unknown. As they stepped through its decaying doors, an oppressive silence greeted them, punctuated only by the creaking of floorboards beneath their feet. The orphanage bore the scars of its grim history, shattered windows, peeling wallpaper, and forgotten toys strewn across the desolate rooms. An unsettling chill hung in the air, a harbinger of the horrors that lurked within. Ryan discovered an old photo album hidden in the attic, a haunting collection of faded pictures capturing the anguished faces of the children who once called Grimhaven home. Each photo seemed to radiate a palpable sorrow, freezing the blood in their veins. As night descended, the temperature plummeted, and an unnatural fog crept through the corridors. Shadows danced with malicious intent, and a sense of being watched lingered, unseen eyes fixated on the intruders. Lily, the most skeptical of the group, teased the others for their unease. But her bravado faltered as she heard spectral whispers, pleading voices that reverberated through the orphanage, begging for release from their eternal torment. The trio attempted to leave, but the orphanage's layout seemed to shift, its maze-like corridors leading them back to the heart of its malevolence. Dread coiled in their chests, each corner harboring unseen terrors. As the night wore on, Emma felt an invisible presence tug at her, drawing her deeper into the building's heart. She became a conduit for the orphanage's tortured spirits, her eyes glazed with an otherworldly emptiness as she muttered cryptic phrases. Ryan and Lily, gripped by terror, stumbled upon a hidden chamber, a sanctuary etched with ancient symbols. But their refuge transformed into a trap, the symbols fading as the orphanage's wrath surged, sealing their fate within its cursed embrace. In a frenzy of desperation, Ryan attempted to break the malevolent hold of the orphanage, reciting an incantation meant to banish spirits. But the ritual only amplified the horrors, unleashing a torrent of vengeful souls. As dawn's light pierced through the foggy windows, Ryan and Lily emerged from the orphanage, their haunted gazes reflecting the trauma of the night. Emma was lost to the orphanage's grip, forever bound to its spectral entrapment.